Throughout history, people have always been fascinated by the idea of knowing the future. From ancient oracles to modern predictions, humanity has constantly searched for signs that tomorrow might already be written somewhere. Among all the names associated with prophecy, one figure stands out more than almost anyone else. Nostradamus. Even centuries after his death, his predictions are still debated, interpreted, and sometimes feared. Was he truly able to see the future, or were his writings simply vague enough to be interpreted in many different ways? To understand this mystery, we first need to look at the life of the man behind the prophecies. Nostradamus was born in 1503 in the south of France. His real name was Michel de Nostradamus. He grew up during a time when Europe was facing dramatic changes. Wars, diseases, religious conflicts, and political instability shaped everyday life. One of the biggest threats of that era was the plague. As a young man, Nostradamus studied medicine and became known for his efforts to treat victims of the disease. While medical knowledge at the time was limited, he gained a reputation as someone who tried new methods and showed unusual dedication to helping patients. However, tragedy struck his own life. His first wife and children died during a plague outbreak. After this loss, Nostradamus left his medical work for a period of time and began traveling across Europe. During these years, he developed a growing interest in astrology, ancient texts, and symbolic interpretation. Eventually, he settled again in France and began writing the works that would make him famous. This book contained hundreds of short poetic verses known as Each quatrain was cryptic, symbolic, and often difficult to interpret. Rather than making clear statements, Nostradamus used metaphors, unusual language, and mixed references to different time periods. Because of this style, his writings could be interpreted in many different ways. Nostradamus. The name itself conjures images of ancient texts, cryptic verses, and a future veiled in mystery. We've journeyed through his life, his work, and the chilling accuracy some attribute to his quatrain. But the story doesn't end with the last prophecy. In fact, that's where an even larger story begins, the story of us, and our timeless fascination with knowing what's to come. Why, after more than 400 years, does Nostradamus still command our attention? The answer lies in his profound cultural impact. Nostradamus wasn't just a prophet, he became a phenomenon, a brand of mystique that has been endlessly repackaged and represented. Think about it. His name appears in blockbuster movies, TV shows, and novels, often as a shorthand for all things prophetic and ominous. He is the archetypal seer, the benchmark against which all others are measured. When a major world event happens, how often do we see headlines asking, "Did Nostradamus predict this?" His work has become a cultural touchstone, a shared piece of lore that we return to in times of uncertainty. He is less a historical figure and more a symbol of our own anxieties and hopes about the future. This enduring legacy isn't just about clever marketing or Hollywood scripts. It taps into something much deeper within the human psyche. We are pattern-seeking creatures. Our brains are hardwired to find meaning and order in chaos. When faced with the randomness of life, natural disasters, political upheavals, sudden tragedies, the idea that someone, somewhere, saw it coming offers a strange kind of comfort. It suggests that the universe isn't entirely random. It implies a grand design, a script that's already been written. Believing in prophecy can be a way to feel a sense of control in a world that often feels uncontrollable. It's a psychological anchor in the stormy seas of the unknown, and Nostradamus isn't alone on this grand stage of seers. Humanity's quest to glimpse the future is as old as civilization itself. In ancient Greece, kings and commoners alike made pilgrimages to the Oracle of Delphi. The Pythia, a priestess, believed to channel the god Apollo, would deliver famously ambiguous prophecies that shaped the course of history. Her cryptic pronouncements, much like Nostradamus's quatrains, required interpretation, placing the burden of understanding on the seeker. This ambiguity is key. It allows the prophecies to fit a wide range of outcomes, making them seem more accurate in hindsight. Move across the globe and through time, and you'll find similar traditions. The ancient Maya, with their incredibly complex calendars, weren't just tracking time. They were charting cosmic cycles they believed influenced life on Earth. Their long count calendar famously ended in 2012, sparking a global wave of apocalyptic speculation that shows our modern susceptibility to these ancient ideas. In Norse mythology, the vulva, A powerful seeress foretold the epic twilight of the gods known as Ragnarok. Even in the Bible, figures like Isaiah and Daniel delivered powerful prophetic visions that have been interpreted and reinterpreted for millennia. Each of these traditions, from the Oracle of Delphi to the shamans of tribal cultures, shares a common thread. They offer a narrative framework for the future. They tell us that our lives are part of a larger, cosmic story. This is incredibly compelling. The modern world, with its emphasis on science and rationality, has tried to strip away this layer of myth and magic, but the need for it remains. We still look for signs, for omens, for anything that might give us a hint of what lies around the corner. So, what is the psychology behind this belief? It's not just about a fear of the unknown. It's also about hope. If a dire future can be predicted, then perhaps it can also be avoided. The act of heeding a prophecy can feel like taking proactive steps, like participating in our own destiny, rather than being a passive victim of fate. It's a powerful motivator. This duality of fear and hope is what makes prophecy so potent. It warns us of the darkness, but also implicitly suggests there is a path toward the light, if only we can decipher the clues. Moreover, interpreting these prophecies is an intellectual puzzle. It engages our minds and our creativity. When we try to connect a vague 16th century verse to a 21st century event, we are participating in the creation of meaning. We become co-authors of the prophecy. This interactive element is a huge part of the appeal. It's a global, centuries-long game of connecting the dots, and everyone is invited to play. The internet has amplified this 1,000-fold, creating communities of believers who share interpretations and reinforce each other's convictions. Nostradamus' verses are the perfect raw material for this. Their lack of specific dates, their use of symbolic language, and their jumbled order make them endlessly adaptable. A great fire from the sky could be a meteor, a nuclear bomb, or even a metaphorical political event. A man from the East could be any number of world leaders throughout history. This vagueness is not a weakness of the prophecies. It is the very source of their incredible longevity and power. It ensures they are never definitively proven wrong, allowing them to remain perpetually relevant. In the end, perhaps the greatest prophecy Nostradamus ever made was not about a specific event, but about human nature itself. By writing his centuries, he predicted that we would always look for answers, that we would always be captivated by the mystery of tomorrow, and that we would always find reflections of our own time in the words of the past. The legacy of Nostradamus is not just a collection of predictions. It is a mirror reflecting our own enduring need for meaning, hope, and a sense of connection to the vast, unfolding tapestry of time. And as long as the future remains unknown, we will continue to gaze into that mirror, searching for a glimpse of what's to come. Thank you for joining me on this deeper dive into the world of prophecy. If you find these mysteries as fascinating as I do, make sure to follow 4 more journeys into the unknown. We'll see you in the next one.